Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We've got, oops, let me get rid of this screen. Hey, let me get back to comments. I saw Cindy and Carol W before. Penny's here. Awesome. Hey, Penny. Cindy, Nancy, Carol. Yep. Awesome. And I see 6 eyeballs, so I think we're good. Oh, I got a little itch. So I was trying to, get my images pre-cut and I only got two of them. So we're gonna have to cut two more. I'm gonna start this one. So while I tell you about the couple of things. So first of all, welcome. I'm Toni, ToniStamps. Hey, Carol K and Carol M. All right, awesome. We're already at a 3 Carol party. So I'm pretty sure we'll get a fourth Carol at some point. That's always fun. Um, so yeah, so today is February 27th, second to last day before celebration. So tomorrow is the absolute last day. My code that is up here, that I'm closing that, like I say 9 p.m., but it's probably going to be like 10 because I'll probably still be at work at 9. And so I'll wait till I get home and do it. So anyway, last chance to get stuff, your freebie stuff, purple sequins, toadstool papers, ribbons. There's still stamp sets. I think the natural botanicals. Hey, Deborah. The natural botanicals stamp set is still available, and that's one that's from the current mini, the January through April mini. The only thing from Celebration that ran out was the alphabet a la mode dies. Those are the ones that we were like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Um, it was like a $42 item. So yeah, it went out last week. So I hope you got it. Hey, Debbie and Debbie and Debbie. I hope you got those if you wanted them, because that was such a good value, right? So, let's go through list. Celebration ends tomorrow. Okay, don't forget that Retiring in Colors, they're going to be announcing, the catalog is ending the end of April, right? April 30th. Tony, I'm on the big screen again. Awesome. Um, so April, I think it goes to April 30th. Let me see. I do have one. I thought I did right here on my thing. I always wanted to say like the beginning of May, but let's see what it says here on the back. 1 May 2024 through 30 April. Yep. So the end of April is when this catalog ends. So that they're going to send out the discontinued list, or they're going to let us know what's continuing in March, probably mid-March. Once that list goes public, usually all the in color stuff goes flying because I don't know how much of it they're still ordering at this point in the year. I don't know. I have no idea what their inventory plan is. But I would expect they're not trying to get stuck with a lot of stuff. So if things are low now, like I know right now the Copper Clay Re-Inker is out, and I didn't see if there was a date for it to be coming back in. I would expect it to, but I don't know. But just keep that in mind. Those Retiring Colors, they're leaving. February workshop closing, yada yada. Next week, March 4th, Tuesday, is when they'll have more online exclusives. So, Penny, that's when you love to get your paper and cardstock. Yeah, like when you find out what's retiring. I mean, it makes sense, especially when they put some stuff on sale. Why not? Like I still can't believe some of those two-tone cardstocks are discounted. So hey, Jamie Gibbs, because I just got a couple of those on my last order. The ones that are like the Halloween pack, the autumn pack, the snowy day or something, like the mixed packs. I mean, they're normally $12 and they were like $7. So yeah, I like to have those. Okay, last chance list is updating every other month. Hey, Cruz. So it's kind of like a lot to keep track of, but that'll be updating. It just did it in February, so March, so it should do it again in April. I really think it's going to be updated before then, though, because of the retiring stuff. I don't know how they're going to work with that. And one more thing. So I was gonna have my Be Cute Stamp a Stack class, not next week, but the week after, March 13th. Well, now those dang bees went out and they're not gonna be back in until April, and that is critical to my class. I have to have them. So I'm just rearranging things and my stamp a stack. It wasn't necessarily gonna be for Easter anyway. Um, it's just cute. Like the colors are springy and oh, let me just show you. It is this pack of paper that we had last year, but they recolored it. Like instead of sweet sorbet, it's petunia pop. Instead of black, it's like early espresso. But it's the exact same patterns um, as before. And actually, we'll go down here to look at that because that was the last thing I was going to tell you before we get into it anyway. So, Deb, you're waiting for the popcorn to get done? Oh, hilarious. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Be Mine, I think this is Be Mine. Cute as can be. So this is online only. And so, you know, same colors as before, but swapped out. Petunia Pop. Oh, love that plaid. Remember the honey pots? So same exact thing. Like this was like crushed curry and thanks, Carol, and sweet sorbet. Smaller bees with little pink trails like the hearts, the flower print, and that's Pool Party and Old Olive, Bubble Bath, and Petunia Pop. And love that stripe. So yeah, this is also critical to my class because it's a stamp a stack and I'm offering 3 different options. I love this print. And I am still going to use my the one that has the punch that we got last year. I did not get the new one that has the dies, but you'll be able to use either or. So anyway, all that to say, I had to push that back because of inventory. And yeah, I just don't have enough. Well, I got to be able to get more of these bees. And then we're going to have some petunia pop ribbon. It's all good. Okay, so this week, I had to have this one more year stamp because mainly because of the dog and the birthday cake. Like that's what sold me. And like I like these greetings. This, like I said last week, I don't even know what you're supposed to do with that. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like, you know, wow, stand out, but I don't know about that. I like these little bits. And I can actually make some cards for my aunt and uncle with this because they make their own wine. So let me get rid of my notes. Let's get to the first one. So the first, well, let me just show you. I stamped these out. I put these all on one block, and I took a piece of basic white thick cardstock, and I stamped these in my Catherine Pooler Midnight ink. So this one that I love so much. So it's perfect for any kind of coloring. So I can use alcohol markers. I can use watercolor pencils. I can watercolor, you know, like with the ink pad and a water pen. I can use regular markers, anything. So I stamped this ahead of time and then I cut them out. And I did just get this one cut out while we were talking. So I just have to cut out one more dog. I like the dog because he's not going to require a whole bunch of coloring. And I'm all about that. So, plus the ones that have like a bunch of fur, I'm never sure like coloring fur right. Like Gail has a good technique um, with the alcohol markers. I just don't have it. So I need something like this where they're practically bald and they just need a little bit of color. Anywho, that's what I did. I put it on this block. You could also put this in your Stamparatus or your Misty and, you know, cut your strips of paper and stamp a whole bunch if you wanted, like mass production. But that's what I did to get these images. So first card, and I'm going to be using, hopefully, the last of these in color dots. These were from last year, but, you know, these are the in colors that are going out. So first up, we're going to do another back fold card. I did this, a week or two ago, and I messed it up. So this is my redemption period. I got this originally from Sue, and she got it from somebody else. But I'm still calling it Sue's back fold card. And I do my scoring a little bit differently. Like most everybody makes this piece a 1 inch on the edge here, and I like it 1 1/4, just because it's a little bit more opportunity to show off the different patterns. So for this one, we've got a boho blue base, and it is cut 5 1/2 by 7 1/4. So I score it first at 3, then, I mean, 3 this way. Duh. Then I turn it around on this side and I score it at 1 1/4. I guess I could say like 1 1/4, flip it, then 4 1/4, because this will be like our regular card size. I should probably say that. But I like to score them and then fold it back like this. So here's our base. I am using these awesome plaid papers, and these came from 2 different prints, obviously, but they go together. So this panel right here is 3 by 5 1/2. You may want to cut yours like 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, which is actually what I did for the white piece to go inside, and I'll put that in later. But I only trimmed off a 1/16 inch off of this. So this is 2 15/16 by 5 7/16, because I want like hardly any of this boho blue card base to show. I want the focus to be on these plaid papers, and I just don't want a big border. But you can do whatever you want. All right, and I will show you teensy weensy little border, like barely anything. But that's what I want. All right, then I'm putting this one, and so this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this piece is 1 1/4 minus a 16th. So what is that? 1 3/16 by 5 7/16. And I have to write that down. 1 3/16. Yeah, because it started out 1 4/16. Yep. Hey, Anna. All right, so DSP number 2, 1 3/16 by 5 7/16. All right, teeny tiny. And I like the crumb cake with it. You could really pick anything, any plaid for this. And we're using the dog print for this. Whoa, wait a minute, that didn't go down. Geez, this glue dries so quick. I didn't get that down perfectly. Smidge, smidge, smidge. So yeah, we could use the birthday cake with this. I guess, or the wine, but not really. You always think like wine, you need purple or something. We're not doing that for my wine card later. But this one, I definitely want it to be a doggy. All right, so my inside, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And so that's got a bigger border. And I kind of like the looks of that. Like this one, they don't always have to have the same border pieces, but you do what you want, right? All right, then I've got 2 little pieces that I cut with these. I knew I wasn't going to remember the name of them, so I brought them. These dies that I've had for a couple years, something fancy. So these went with a set of words that I did not get. I just got the dies, and then I hardly use them, so that's dumb. All right, and then I've got a scrap of boho blue. So this, I'm just going to stamp. I want to have a little bit of background with these little stars. And we're going to go with probably, I want to say crumb cake, but let's try basic beige, because that would be even lighter. Let's try crumb cake. All right, I'm going to do a stamp on and off with crumb cake. The basic beige looks good with certain colors, let's say that. I do like it though, but you may notice it's got a tendency to look green. All right, and I'm just filling this up. And then we're going to put our doggy like over top. So just a way to fill in that background a little. And I don't think I'm going to need that again. So let's glue this on. Oopsie. And we're going to emboss this greeting in white. So I've got all my embossing bits. And I didn't write down how do I want to color this in, but I think, I think I'm going to do some ink pad watercoloring. So I'm going to get my aqua painter. I'm just turning around and grabbing one. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, it's going to do. Let's do our embossing part first. So this is going to go here. All right, so you know with the back fold, we're going to attach this onto the flap. And then to open it, we're going to have to bend that back and then open the card. So this is like going to keep it closed. I don't know. Have we always just glued that down, Sue? Do you recall? Or do we pop it up sometimes? I think I've always glued it down flat. All right, so I've got my embossing buddy, which let me just hold up to the light. Man, this is getting down to the ends. This is 25 years old, if a day. I know I bought this like one of my very first things. I've got a couple of them, but I know this is the original. All right, we need our Versamark. And the greeting, we're going to say, you're how old in dog years you'd be. And what do we think that would be? Old as dirt. Let's see. All right. Now I'm going to hand cut this, so I'm not worried about putting it like perfectly straight. So I'm just going to boop. Put that there. Get my embossing powder. And where did that go? I know I just grabbed it. Oh, here we go. So white embossing powder. This might look nice too with like brown. Like early espresso on the boho. That would look nice too. Bring in a little bit more brown. But this is what I had written down, so. I mean, not that I can't change my mind. But I'm not. Penny, yours is that old too? Yeah, I mean, we gotta get every bit of it. All right, gotta heat this up. That does go quick. So Sue, you said either way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna glue this one flat because I'm gonna pop up that dog. All right, let's go in for the trim. So just take your time if you're trying to keep things straightish. I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room to rip that edge, but that's all I need is a teeny tiny little bit. Okay. Throw this out. Not keeping those scraps. All right, now I'm gonna put this. All right, I'm gonna glue this part flat. And we just want it over on this right-hand side. And that looks straightish. I'm trying to use this plaid as my guide. All right, so we're gonna have this and cute. So this will be popped up too. Okay, let's do our quickie color with, let's go with crumb cake. And I'm just gonna do like a little corner because we're not gonna need a ton. Again, remember I used thick paper with this. I need a piece of paper towel. I feel like we should put some blue on here too. Why not? Let's do it on the other corner. Multi-purpose. And then his tongue will be a little bit pink. So, can I get a little corner in here? Yep. Hopefully that's all I need. All right, so that was bubble bath. Okay, so you take your aqua painter, and again, this is thick white cardstock. I'm not going to do like wet on wet. I'm going to go wet on dry paper. It doesn't spread as much, but I still like the effect. So let's just get a little blue in there. And you want to clean your brush, and then let's go in the pink and do his tongue. So you get a watercolor effect. Looks like you can barely see that pink. But now I can go in with this, just add like spots. Ooh, why is that? I thought I had that crumb cake. Yeah, that's looking kind of like greenish. All right, well now I'm gonna just cover the whole thing so he'll be like a wonky color. Splotchy. I don't really want harsh lines, but that's what you get sometimes with this technique. And then I can go back in and like give him some darker bits around his wrinkles. Ooh, we gotta do his tail. So just a real quick way to color. I did use crumb cake, didn't I? I would expect that kind of greenish look to come from the basic beige. But anyway, so that's done. Let's just hold this and give it a little bit of a dry with my heat tool because that is soggy. So I didn't know if you noticed, but it started curling like this way when it got so wet. And then when you dry it, it curls back up like the way it should be. Good to go. So he's cute, cute enough, right? All right, so I want to put him, I want him to be popped up. And then we will pop the greeting up accordingly because the greeting will hang over a little bit, hang over him. So let's be like, do this. I don't want to cover up too much of his feet. Oh, that's cute. Or, you know what? Let's just glue him flat. And then I'm tucking it up under his feet a tiny little bit. No, I don't want to trim that anymore. All right, let's add some glue. Tuck that. Ugh, that is cute. You're how old? In dog years, you'd be 1,000,000. All right, we need a couple of these gems because remember I want to use them up. Oops, let's put this away. I don't think I'm going to use that again. Who knows? It's within grasp. All right, so let's add some gems. And these, I know these are not available anymore. Like, womp womp. You just use whatever gems you have. Okay, like anything we do. If you don't have it, you change the stamp set. You change the colors, the papers, like whatever you need. And yeah, I am trying to use as much of these little enamel dots as I can. And this glue will dry. Oh, thanks you guys. Penny, you're lazy about embossing and all your stuff. Yeah, is not really handy. I get it. I mean, even my embossing stuff. So like my iPad is over to the left and it's on a stand. Well, the stand, the only spot I can have it is like right in front of my drawers that have all my embossing stuff. So it's not convenient either. But at least I can, I can eyeball it and then move some stuff. But yeah, cute. I love it. And if you want to put any, it is handy, so no excuse, Penny. If you want to do some Wincastellas, do that if you want. They're not really sparkly, but they could be. Dogs get into the glitter, right, when they're not supposed to. Okay, so that's that. Then we want to do, all right, this one I'm going to use probably these dots, probably these ones that are lemon lime twist, transparent dots. So this one I want to do this is a Dutch door, and my friend Rose sent me a card, which I don't even know where it is now, but she used the not the tulips, the toadstools, that cute whole thing. And oh yeah, Penny, you totally steal it. So hers is all dolled up, but I love the idea of, I've done these maybe just a couple times, but all right, so Dutch fold or Dutch door. So it's only going to be like half a door, this bottom half. So I took a piece, this is 4¼ by 11, and this is Daffodil Delight. I scored it in half at 5½. Then I turned it and I scored it at 2 1/8 all the way down to this score line. Because this right here is 4¼ so half of that is 2 1/8. Now, you can go back in with your trimmer. I'm just going to go in with my hand scissors, and I'm going to cut this part off. So take your time, because you want this to be kind of straight. But if you have the kind of cutter where it slides, and I do have one, I just don't want to get it out. Because normally I use my guillotine cutter for everything, because it's just my favorite, and I get like the cleanest cuts. All right, so then we're going to fold this. So there's our Dutch door. I know I did this years ago with like the windmill set that we had, or what was it? Yeah, it was a windmill. But anyway, I can see I got a little bit crooked. What we're using on this one, this is the Full of Life paper. And so this piece is 2 1/8 by 5½. So I cut this piece 1 7/8 by 5¼ So I took like a 1/4 inch off. Let's do it that way so we can see. And I kind of want this pattern to go in the same direction, even though it's not going to meet. You could use 2 different patterns. You could do embossing, but I wanted to use up like this whole piece of 6x6 paper. And I pretty much did. All right, so there's the front. I'm liking it. And then this piece, 4¼ by, 4 by 5¼ And this seems a little bit off. I think I'm going to trim this down. Seems like whenever I cut things 4¼ by 11, it's never quite perfect. But when I cut things 5½ by 8½, it's fine. All right, so 4¼ Yeah, so just like a hair. And I think it's the paper, because it only happens to me when I cut it long ways. And it doesn't matter what color I'm using. So it's either me or the paper. Honestly, it could be me, right? It's probably me. Let's just say it. It's me. All right, I'm going to put this on. And oopsie. All right, that seemed like it went a little bit crooked. Okay, so there's that. I've got some scrap piece, and we're using the birthday cake on this one. I've cut 2 pieces of Granny Apple Green. These are with the, I can't remember the name of the dies, but there's these circles, I think, and something else. It's just not coming to me now. But I kind of want to put this in the center, and I'm going to glue the bottom half on and get my head in here. So middle-ish. Okay. And then I want this piece to be exactly lined up with this one. So what I'm going to do is just set it right on here. Yep. And actually, let's just go around here. And then I will place it and make sure it's Looks good. Ooh, you know what? I should use one of my my little T-squares. Here we go. All right, let's do that and that. Oop, oop, oop. All right, that's good, that's good. And then I'm just gonna flop it over, press, and it's hidden. I got these, in case you're wondering, I got these from Country Craft Creations. I got them to make like my album covers. They help. Okay, so that's that. Then I cut 2 pieces of basic white. These are 2.5 by 2.5. And this is going to be just like the teeny amount to write in. And I'm thinking we could put something here, another piece of something maybe to stylish shapes. Yes, Sharon. Hey, how are you? Yeah, cutting the long lengths, it just doesn't work for me. All right, we're going to have this here. And then our cake will be popped up. And this one I get a different greeting. Happy birthday. Oh, I could have put the wrinkle with the dog too. We'll do that on the other one. Um, Happy birthday, now back to me. I just want the happy birthday though. So I'm trying to think. Do I want? Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this out. How about that? All right. Scrap piece of white. And I'm going to stamp happy birthday. I'm gonna go with the pumpkin pie because there's a lot of green and yellow on there already. Ooh, I like it. And then this is going to need some more flair, so I'm going to add some balloons. I could have sworn we had a balloon set. I don't know if it's like you got to hand cut it or something. Of course, I couldn't find it, so I'm like, well, I'll just use the balloon punch that I've had forever, that I will continue to use. One of them's starting to get a little hairy, like it's not punching so great anymore, but I mean, I'll keep it until it's really, really gone. Lisa, no internet again? Oi, yikes. That's no good. I think I need to clean these. I'm going to use those again. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating to have no internets. Okay, let's color these quick. I'm just grabbing some yellow. So I want my, oop, this is a really old daffodil, but I always forget the fat end is the only end that really works anymore. But it's still good. All right, so that, and I want some of those greens. And which ones did I grab? Granny apple green. That's good. And, ooh, lemon lime twist. All right, let's do it. And then we'll use the pumpkin pie. Dark pumpkin pie and an old medium. So we'll see. All right, so let's do, I'm not worried about like traditional colors. Dark pumpkin pie. I'm just going to go for quick coloring. Who wouldn't want an orange and green cake? It's fun. All right, and then we'll do down here a little bit. And you know what? I think, oh, Cajun Craze. No, why is it like Murphy's Law that I will always grab the wrong color? I'm just using this, whatever it is. All right, again with the, I guess the fat end, yep, is the good one. Ooh, that's nice and bright. This is definitely going to get Winkostella. All right, and then we'll do the green. And we've got light granny apple and dark lemon lime. And that does sound weird, but we're going to put it together and see what we got. So I'm just hitting the dark, like up and top of the nooks and crannies. And then in the corners, and then we'll add the light, which is really an entirely different shade, but it's fine. I didn't want to paw through my container. All right. Ooh, I like it. And then we'll need a little like gray for the plate, or the platter. What is this? Light gray granite, dark, or no, light crumb cake. Let's just do light crumb cake. I say that, I'm like, well, let's mix them a little bit. Why not? So we got light gray granite and a light crumb cake. I kind of like this. This would be a good color combination for like pebbles or rocks. Because having the gray and the beige, and now I know you can barely see it. Whoopsie. But let's touch that up a little bit more. I liked having the gray. I think that it makes it a little bit different. Okay. Interesting. All right. Quick wink of Stella. And I'm just going to cover the whole cake and all these candles because why not? And let's go with some Daffodil Delight. And I want to bring in just a little bit of the blue that's poking out here. So we're going to do some of these, some fireworks in the daffodil. And then I think the color, the blue there is Azure Afternoon or Azure Afternoon. Yeah, Penny, I've tried the tinfoil on my punches and it doesn't always work. And I know I've tried it on these balloons. Wax paper also, I've heard of that. But that's not really sharpening anything. I think really the foil will sharpen. It's just taking like whatever is hanging, like, yeah. It's just trying to get that off of there. But yeah, it doesn't always work. But I could try it again. I could also keep my eye out on these websites and get if somebody's selling one local. So I just got a new ink caddy, like the old style. I had one. I gave it away to a customer a bunch of years ago, and then I was like, man, I really need it again because I got too many ink pads. And then I had to buy a new one. I mean, not new, but still last week. So I was happy to find it. I still like the old one that spins. Like that's the one I have. All right. Ooh, I like this. Okay, we're gonna hang this off. And you know what? I'm just gonna cut this off. Now back to me. I like it. And I'm going to put a piece of, we're going to mount this on the daffodil and trim that. And we're just going to add some balloons. So, you know, if you don't have this particular set, like any birthday cake that you have, now I got to even this out. All right, cute, cute, cute. All right, I'm going to put that there and pop the cake up. And I'm kind of crossing over this halfway mark on purpose just a little bit. All right. Ooh, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Okay, dimensionals. Pop these up. And then I'm just going to punch my balloons. We'll do 3 because groups of 3 better. Or odd numbers for sure, right? And yep, that's opening. So let's do that. So it's kind of like sitting on something, not just hanging out in space, but cute. I like it already. And then you have room to write. So let's punch. We're going to do like a big pumpkin pie. And then we'll do a little granny apple. Yeah, this punch is really starting to go. And then a little daffodil. Can I get that in there? Yep. Oh, so this happens sometimes, and I know it's because I'm grabbing this different. At least it didn't break. But I have fixed this. So somehow I have to just push this back in and keep it going the right way. All right, there we go. Still works. But I have done that I have a couple of punches that I've just flat out broke that. And I think it's because of the way I hold the punch. So when I'm punching, I flip it upside down and my hand is right on here the whole time. So I think I'm like pushing it down as I'm squeezing, and that's probably leading it to break. So whatever, if you find you're doing that too, that's probably why. All right, where'd the big one go? Here we go. Again, I might just need to find a new punch. And I do like punches like that. Like I would prefer that a punch over a die because they're just quicker. All right, I've got a little bit of white baker's twine. I can't just leave these balloons hanging out. Ugh. So let's use some glue dots. Some are, and check the time. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so let me just tell you while I'm doing this, the last card that I'm making is actually using a sketch that, oops, that did not get the sticky part. So, I'm doing the Friends of Unity monthly blog hop, and it's the first Saturday of every month. So it is happening this Saturday, and you're actually going to get to see my card early. But this month it's using a sketch. So the girl Crystal that put this together, Crystal Minkler, she provided the sketch. And man, these little dots don't want to come off. I don't like this. But they're having a contest over there. So Friends of Unity is the I guess that's the blog hoppers group, whatever. That's what they call us. But Unity has a sharing group. It's called Show and Tell, Unity Show and Tell. And I'm gonna give a link because everybody will be able to use the sketch, and I'm gonna be showing you that tonight, and post your own card in their group. Like they're gonna have an album. So you'll just add your card to the album. And they're giving away Unity's giving away two $25 gift certificates this month. I don't like these dots. I'm throwing them out. Um, so that'll be cool. And it's going to run all month. And I don't know if you can add more than one. I think so. I don't think there's a limit. But, when they pick, it's going to be random. So it's not like there's anyone judging because that's no fun. We like random. All right, let's do oh, I like this. I'm liking it already. And I'm going to put this, I got to have it like underneath a little bit, but I do want to pop it up. But yeah, I love, 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 love the sketches and the fact that they're having this to involve everybody. So you can all participate. And this sketch, it's got a lot of layers. So you are going to use a lot of your papers up. All right, let's put this underneath. And then we'll have the yellow one. And we're going to get all these little bits. And greeny. Let's do that and that. Good enough. And I did not pull out my white marker, but I will do that and add on the balloons. Oh, this is cute. So I want this one kind of kind of want this one like here. Actually, no, I gotta put that one. Let's put this one here. Ooh, no. That one there, this one there. Too many colors like that are the same, that are next to each other. You know what I mean? All right, but cute. And it opens, and then our balloon pieces hang out. I love it. All right, now we have clear, or I was going to use these lemon lime twists. So even though this is granny apple, these little dots are going to look good or good enough. Plus, I want to use them. Let's do a little one. Now, these are kind of lumpy. You know, some of the dots we have are more flat, like the in color ones that I'm trying to use up later. These are more flat. They've got a little bit of round to them. But these ones are extra lumpy. So they might just get a little bit scratched up in the mail or banged up. Oh, I love it. You know, I gotta add more. Ugh. 1, 2. All right. I mean, if you're gonna put 3, you might as well put 5. All right. So, cute. Okay. Now the next one, I'm trying to use all of the stamps. So the next one we're gonna do with the wine bottle. Now, my idea was I wanted to, I'm not saving this. Scraps, trash. All right. I wanted to make a blanket out of like a piece of the plaid paper to make like a flannel blanket. And I was Googling for images, couldn't find it. I finally was just looking at some real images of, I was trying to search for like scene of picnic. Yeah, 21, 22, whatever it takes. 220, 221. Oh, hey, Barb. I'm glad you're here. Awesome. I hope you're feeling okay. So when I was searching, you know, I had to look for like scenes with picnics. Anyway, I had to go buy a real picture. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I'm using the boho blue 5.5 by 8.5 score at 4 1/4. Then I've got 2 pieces of basic white 4 by 5 1/4. One's for the inside, and one is to layer our other pieces. Barb, you're doing okay? Yep, one treatment at a time. So my one of my friends at work, she starts her final round of chemo on Monday, and she came in to visit us yesterday, and it was really nice to see her because she's been out for, geez, over 6 months. So she was happy to be there to pop in for a visit, and we were so glad to see her. So she's doing her chemo, and then she's going to do radiation. So yeah, all the prayers for everybody, right? Okay, so I've got, this was the, I forget the name of it, but it was like the scenery one, Thoughtful Journey. So I have hardly used this at all. I got like a paper share in it and yada yada. So I'm using this. It's not necessarily a hillside or land, but it's not sea either. It's just to have, like, this is kind of like skyline. Um, I could use that too, but that doesn't really go. Actually, let's cut the blanket and then we'll see. All right, so the idea with the blanket is it looks like, I was thinking it was like a triangle, and it kind of is. So I kind of want to cut something like that kind of a shape, quadrilateral or something. So I'm just going to eyeball it, and I want it to be about that size. So let's just go that side, that side, that, and that. All right. And I was thinking I would try to like make little fringe marks on the edge of the blanket. And this is really just going to be a good enough thing, you guys. It doesn't have to be a perfect blanket. It's just the idea, and people are going to know what I wanted it to be. I mean, I'm trusting that they're going to know. All right, and then let's just like flick that up a little bit, because no blanket is perfect. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. All right, and then we're just doing the same thing here. Remember those scissors we had that had like 3 scissors at a time that were perfect for fringing? But I think those were like spaced out further than what I'm getting. And I'm just doing the tip of my scissors. Couple more. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. All right, rough it up, rough it up. Okay, so I kind of just want it to sit like that. You know what? We will use this because that can be like the tree background. All right, so we're going to glue this on first. Let's look. Yeah, we'll use the other side because that can be like they're in the forest or something, or a field of weeds trying to breathe. And this piece I cut, let's see, did I write it down? Let's flip my note page. I did not write it down, but I think I cut this one down 1/8 of an inch. So, yep, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. All right, so let's burnish all this. Burnish, burnish, burnish. And I'm just gonna glue this on here, my blanket. That would be a good blanket too if it matched with my papers. But since it doesn't, it's dead to me. All right, I'm just putting that kind of at an angle. I don't know, it's kind of good enough. All right, and then this, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this on. Now the longest part of this one is gonna be just coloring real quick the wine bottle. So I cut this out, and look, we're just gonna have it sitting right here. And then do we want to do a greeting? Let's see. Where did my stamp set go? Um, aging fine like cheese and wine. So I can put that on the inside. And I can do like happy birthday out here. So yeah, for now, let's just color this and then we'll pop that up. So let's do yellow first. Let's do some cheese. And what do I got? Daffodil and lemon lolly. So light lemon, dark daffodil. Or light daffodil, dark daffodil. Let's make, we're not going to get crazy with like different kind of cheeses. They're all going to be yellow. All right, because we don't have time for all that. All right, let's do this. Oh, this one is, what's it, Swiss anyway, so whatever. I was thinking one we could do little lines like for blue cheese. Ooh, here's lemon lolly. But they're both going to be the same. I think I'm going to run the lemon lolly over that. The daffodil dark is really a lot darker. What do I have here? Oh, another. Oh, I must have bought extra daffodil. Oh, you know what? Because one of mine went dead. That's right. So I have 2 lights. The dark went dead. All right, good enough for cheese. All right, wine. I don't necessarily want my wine to be dark. So let's pull out. Whoa. I do want it to match. So we'll do petunia. And I know it's maybe not the right color for wine, but I don't care. It can be that color. And regular marker for that. Oh, we got to add some to the, that's probably not how this should look in the glass. but oh well. All right, let's do a peach label. And I'm only picking these colors because they kind of match like what's going on up here. All right, and you could put a little, like, if you had a little letter, you could put something there, or you could handwrite something. I don't know. All right, let's do green. It's a different shade of green, I know. And then I'll pick a darker purple for those grapes. And I'm just gonna grab, what is this? Blackberry Bliss. Dark, dark, dark. And I'm just dotting. And then I'll pull out a lighter purple. And we'll get what we get. And this is Highland Heather. Dark, light, dark. And I'm just gonna dot in the other places, the white spots. Ooh, I like this. All right, I'm gonna show you this close up. So you can see like there's different colors in the grapes. I like that. I feel like this might wreck it, but just putting that there a little bit. Okay, and let's pick a, I'm just gonna go with this. Smoky slate medium. And then a smoky slate light. Oop, not the alcohol lifter. Oops, gray granite. I grabbed the wrong one. All right, we're going for it. Doesn't matter. I just want different colors. All right. So yeah, if it doesn't look like it's gonna match, like keep blending it in that corner and then it comes together. All right, I like that. So I feel like I'm not gonna, I don't know if I should color that glass or what. Hey, Gloria and Karen, awesome. Hey, Shar. So I don't know if I should like make that like the lightest blue that we have. Maybe. I feel like balmy blue. I feel like this is a little bit too dark. Let me see. Ooh, all right. Let's just do it. Because you know, glass isn't just totally clear. All right, that's good enough. All right, and then we're going to pop that up. But the point of that one was I wanted to make that blanket to make like a little picnic area. So I think we did that. And then let's get some of these. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, so back to celebration. Like, yeah, the only thing that they've run out of is the letters, which kind of surprised me that more stuff didn't run out. I thought for sure that the toadstool papers would be like out of there quick. Oh my god, this, I love it. I'm gonna put it like right there. All right. I'm gonna go Winkostella on the label and the thing and then the glass. Oh, cute. Cute, cute, cute. So I think I'll do like a happy birthday here. And then definitely I'll put the aging fine like cheese and wine on the inside. Yes, Debbie, glossy accents. Or that I still have crystal effects. Yeah, I could totally use that. Yep, that would be better for the glass for sure. Okay, is this one open? Oh no, this one is not open. I do have one. Oh yeah, even older. I will add that and let it dry. Hopefully this is still good and hasn't dried up. So we'll, oh, here it comes. Oop, okay, let's just do it. It's going now. Oh, and then it stopped. Okay, I'll do that later. It looks like I'm gonna have to poke the top of that. But definitely good idea. Thank you for the reminder. This doesn't want to go back in. All right, cool. Last but not least, so here is the sketch that I was telling you about. So for the Unity, the blog hop, the Unity Friends of Unity sketch. Okay. So I'm posting my blog post is already scheduled to go live Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And actually I'll tell you more while I cut this guy out. So yeah, and I'm gonna be the first one posting in the Unity group to like get the blog hop started. But there'll be links. There are links in my blog to the next person's hop or post. But the theme is like just to use this sketch. So I'm gonna also link to the group, the Unity Show and Tell group, and there's gonna be an album that has this sketch and you follow along. Now, the idea is they want you to use Unity stamps, okay? For because they're giving prizes away. So if you have Unity stuff, use that. They don't want to see Stampin' Up or any other company really stamps because hey, they're giving us gift cards or gift certificates for sharing their stuff, all right? So I think that's just an unwritten rule that it's got to have Unity stuff in it. Um, but you know, if you don't play along, if you can't play along, whatever, still, it's a good sketch to use. And I don't know how Crystal comes up with these, but she does a bunch. And she's the one that when I was in that Build Your Stash holiday cards, she was the one that ran that. And we had a sketch to work with like every 3 or 4 months, there was a sketch. All right. So see how quick that was to color that or cut that dog out? So I'll post this separately. That's going up Saturday. This is the card that I made for the sketch. So see how it's got like all these layers? 1, 2, 3 layers, and then the card base. So I've got 1, 2, 3 layers, and you don't have to use a die. Like I use the postage stamp dies. You don't have to do that, and I'm not doing it in the card we're making now. Circles. If you don't have a circle, it's just any layered shape, right? You could use a heart. You could use another square. Like it's just a sketch. So this was a new chicken set that I got from them, and this paper like it was like a whole little suite, but I love it. So that's that. So we are using copper clay and wild wheat. So, and I'm using these are designer papers from not this year, but the year before. So we're using them up. Oops, and I forgot to score. All right, 5.5 by 8.5, scoring at 4 1/4. I feel like has my camera been okay like tonight? I feel like I'm trying to look up more, and when I do, it's like my screen is like flipping, trying to reset or something. So let me know how it's going on your end. All right, so we've got copper clay. Then I've got basic white, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And then I've got designer paper. So this one is the copper clay. This has hearts on the back. Like, yeah, they're old. This one is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I didn't know if I could believe that or not. I did write that down. Good here, Carol. Okay, awesome. Thanks. Yeah, it's just whenever I'm looking up, it looks like it's like bringing itself back. All right, then I've got wild wheat. All right, now notice already, my layers for this are smaller than this. That's okay, because it's a sketch. It doesn't, there's no real measurements. You could make this piece as big as small as you want, like as long as it's kind of same. All right, so wild wheat. Oh, I didn't write these measurements down. So this is 3 by 4 1/4. Where's my pen? 3 by 4 1/4. And then this one I went a little bit, I didn't do a 1/4 inch, so looks like I took an eighth. So 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. All right, so that's for my blog that I will also have updated on Saturday, along with a new code for March. I'm going to use the code until April 13th when they get rid of them all. So we'll have a March code and then at least a code for the first 13 days of April. All right, now I want to, I popped this one up, so let's go ahead and do that. Oop. And I'm going to use my foam tape for this. Oh, and Penny, you will be happy to know my ribs finally stopped hurting earlier this week. Like I just noticed yesterday, I'm like, I know they hurt a little bit Sunday and Monday. But I noticed yesterday, I'm like, I don't think anything hurt last night when I went to bed. That's usually when I've been feeling it. So that's good. All right, and let's do a little bit of glue on here. So that was only injured for about a month. Could have been worse. All right, let's do this and eyeballing to get this straight-ish. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Now this part, I went with a scallop, which is actually a smaller size than this one, only because I had a scrap of this. I had a strip of this copper clay paper, so I got both pieces out. Ooh, I like it. Now I use, this is the embossing folder that they have for, that's a celebration one. It's called Starstruck, and they look like flowers until you look at them, and then you see that there's stars inside. But I want the deboss side for this, just to be different. All right, and we're gonna put that on there. And I'm gonna grab, I want a little bit of this wild wheat ribbon that I had to have. I mean, I like it. It looks kind of like it could be substituted for gold, like if you're wrapping packages or something. So I kind of want this to be like, it's gonna hang off like that, and I want some ribbon to do like a little, my swoopy loopy. So let's flip this over, add some fast fuse, and I want it to start like, let's do that. And then let's do this. 3. There we go. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I like it. I like it. And I got plenty of that left. All right. So that's going to go here. And am I going to pop this up? I don't think so, because I want to pop up that dog. So let's just add glue, like really glue this thing down. Don't be shy, except for the part, like, I don't want it to go over here, really. Yep, that looks good. Okay. And middle-ish, and I'm just going to press this for a minute. So I went ahead and, cut my dog while we were talking, and I'm just going to use the regular markers to color him in. Oh my God, it's so cute. All right, let's do Pretty in Pink for his tongue. That's probably excessive, but that's fine. All right, and we're going to color him. I'm going to do all over wild wheat. Well, no, let's do wild wheat, and then we'll do some spots of copper clay. Yeah. Now, when I'm using just a regular marker like this, I usually like to go in circles and color it twice, because when you color it twice, you get rid of any lines. So yeah, we'll do this twice, and then I'll go back and add a few spots of the copper clay. And that's kind of why I picked these colors. The in colors are going away, so I wanted to show them to you one more time. But B, I thought it would be a good color for this dog. All right. Oh, that's cute. All right. And then I'm going to just go one more time. And I'm going to hit his nose with the pink. That might not be the color they're supposed to be, but that's what color mine are going to be. Probably bubble bath would have been a better choice, like a lighter pink. But we get what we get. That's how it's going now. All right, and I whoopsied right over into his tongue. This will lighten up, so don't think, oh my God, that's horrible. It's too dark. Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, let's just add a few little. Now I'm using the nib end, so I can just like kind of maybe hand draw some spots. And I don't know what they should look like. Actually, I do need the brush end because this is getting waterlogged, even though I cut it with, or I put this on thick paper. All right, let's give him a little bit there and a spot here. Ooh, I like it. And a little spot on his tail. That's cute. A little bit on his ear, just one ear. Okay. Okay, love it, love it. And I feel like we should stick with these colors, making that hat. And we're going to add some dots to this. So let's do we'll do this for the pom-pom, and then we'll do every other line on that hat. So this is like all the same colors. All right, I am digging that. And then the idea, oh my God, that is too cute. All right, so this one, what I was saying, happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser. What time? Oh my God, 7:15 or 9:15. Lord, Lord, Lord. Where? Here we go. All right, do I have a scrap of? Yes, I do. So I was thinking I would do this on the wild wheat because that would stand out better. Let's grab a block. Come on. And then we'll do our copper clay. Stop it. Jamie Gibbs. Yeah. And I don't even know, this is a pug, right? Like this dog. I'm doing this again because that was not as dark as I want it to be. Third time's a charm. Maybe it's just the way this is. All right, I guess that's just how it is. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, Jamie. All right, let's just cut this. Let's go with this one. I can use those others for something else. But you don't always have to like stamp your greeting on white. All right, and you know what's happening here. Rip, rip, rip. Okay. Ooh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, I feel like that's gotta go there. And we're gonna put some glue. And let me straighten myself out here. All right, let's do that. Boop, boop. And then we'll pop him up. And he's adorable. All right, I used that whole sheet. Awesome. It's good enough. And then we're going to add some of these dots that I want to be getting rid of. All right, let's do that. That. Cute, cute, cute. And I am getting his tail like right up to those words. And I guess I do have to make him stand up properly. There we go. Oh my God. I love it. Okay. Now these dots, I think we're gonna have to use the copper clay ones because the other ones I'm pretty sure are just not going to show up. Where'd my thing go? Here we go. All right, we're gonna use this one. Ooh, yeah. All right, we'll do that. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Awesome. All right, there's that. There's that one, which, ooh, that was like straight over top of that one. Dumb. But it is what it is now. All right, and then one more. Let's use another. I am not digging this pattern that I made with these dots. But I'm going to live with it, okay? Because who has time to be worrying about your embellishments? No one. Okay, so that is, I mean, hopefully you can just transfer these ideas if you have a different dog, if you have a different animal, period. Here, let's look at that again while I clean my stamp. Maybe you have, maybe you'll just take the blanket idea and make a card that has a blanket, and then maybe you can put somebody on it, or I don't know, something. But all right, so that's that. Let's pull our other cards back. Here's our wine bottle. Cute. And then our Dutch card, our Dutch door card, with the cake. And I think I am going to go back and add another piece of this. This is also a good spot if you wanted to make a little tuck spot for a gift card. You could do that. All right. And then our first one was that back fold card that I didn't mess up this time. Actually, I'm going to put these like that, so that'll be better for a picture. So yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out, for sticking it out with me. And I already threw away my notes, but yeah, next week is when I'm going to make the star album. So I showed you real quick this last week. I'm going to make it with the yellow flowers. I can't remember the name of them. Gingham and floral. And oh, thanks, Carol. So I just got a pack of the Daffodil Delight two-tone cardstock because I think that stuff, that paper is flexible enough. It's a good option for this star album. I think cardstock would just be like maybe a little bit too sturdy. I don't know, but it's working out with the two-tone. So I'm going to use some kind of green, probably old olive or garden green. I got to check what I have, and then the daffodil, and then with those papers. So and hopefully I'm going to have two sizes made. So like this one is, bleh, I think it's 4x6. Yep, 4x6. So I'm gonna make another one that'll be more like card front size, and it'll stand up like this and then flip around. So this one's landscape, the other one will be portrait. Um, but I may make that one ahead of time because I don't know if we're gonna have enough time. Oh, I got the itch now. All right, so thanks for hanging out. You don't know what I'm talking about? I love it. This is a star album, Jamie, that man, I thought I showed it last week, but it's all glued together, and then look, you fold it out and then it sits on your table like this. Like when you tie it, it's kind of shaped like a star. But there's like 7 things. Anyway, we're doing that next week. Okay. All right. Good night, ladies. Hopefully we'll be catching Sue online tomorrow. And Jamie, you just did your celebration with paper pumpkin renewal. Good, 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 good. I'm doing mine too. Tomorrow. So awesome. Thanks again, you guys. Good night. I will catch you later.